Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Okakodas. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to you, brothers, pushing out this truth all over the world, the hopeful elect. All right, the title is Doomsday Nuclear Clock. 2024 gets reset as weapons fears rise. All right, so they're supposed to reset this nuclear clock, the Doomsday clock, I would say, next year, which is 2024. Now we know the scripture says the day of doom should be the end of this generation. When you go into the scriptures, the Lord doesn't speak. He doesn't speak nicely, for the lack of better words, about this current generation, man. For horrible should be the end of the unrighteous generation, which we are living in right now. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the children of Israel. Whether you believe that or not. But on this side, you're nothing but heathens. You celebrated all these pagan holidays. All right, so you're going to be wrapped up in this nuclear fire. But again, like I said on my last video, before the nukes fly, all out hell is going to break loose. The Great Tribulation spoken about in Matthew's, Daniel's 12, Michael the Archangel stepping in, also Jeremiah 30, Jacob's trouble. All right, so I'm not going to read all this article. I'm going to just get straight to the point. And I'm going to pull out some scriptures in Revelation. There's a couple of scriptures I'm going to pull out in the book of Revelations, because we are in the time of revelations, meaning to reveal. All right, everything is being revealed. The wicked is, being more revealed, by the prophets, our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders on down. When we do these videos throughout the week, when we're out there in the highways and hedges exposing these devils, Isaiah 47. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. So the 2024 nuclear doomsday clock has been reset, but there is still time for final revisions. Yeah, you still think you got time, man. You don't have time. Time is not on your side. All right. So getting back to the article, the clock was created in 1947 by the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, a nonprofit that was founded in 1945 by Albert Einstein and University of Chicago scientists who helped develop the first atomic bomb in the Manhattan Project. Just say you got it from the scriptures, man. They basically said all that, because everything comes from the scriptures, man. You said all this to say that, but I'm saying it though. All right, everything comes from the scripts, man. But you devils, you try to hide that part. But that's what the prophets are for. We're going to tell you that it's from the scriptures, man. Like I just said, the scripture says the day of doom should be the end of this generation, this wicked generation. All right. So continuing on, it began because of escalated fears of a potentially catastrophic nuclear arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union. It has been reset 25 times since its creation. Viewed as a visual representation to warn the global populace about multiple factors that could negatively affect the planet, the clock was last changed on January 24th and moved forward to 90 seconds to midnight, the closest to global catastrophe it has ever been. The reasoning cited the Russian-Ukraine war that, as of this February, will have lasted for 2 years and has led to nuclear threats from Russia. Since the clock was set to 17 minutes to midnight, the farthest it has ever been, set in 1991, following the culmination of the World War and the signing of the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty by U.S. and Soviet Union. All right. So again, this is 6 hours ago. Let's go ahead and go to the comment board real quick. I like doing that, just seeing what the peasants are speaking about and reprove them. So you see a comment right here. There is no time in Bible. Good created, I think they meant God created day and night, not a time clock. It was created. It's time to wake up. People, God is getting closer. Yeah, so the only ones that are going to wake up are the elect. All right, they've been destined, they've been anointed, all right, to receive this truth and to wake up. Going back to Isaiah 60, arise and shine, for thy light is come. The Lord is not dealing with everybody else. Isaiah 9:2. All right, upon them the light hath shined. All right, in the Lord's name, all right, it is not God, that's just a title. All right, it's Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, and we use the scriptures to measure the times. Going back to 2 Ezra 9, measure the times diligently by itself. All right, and the clock that the Lord did create is the moon. We use the moon, as our calendar. All right, so reading on, look at this ignorant comment right here. Your God can't stop nukes from raining from the sky or stop the war in Israel. And why would he? He's the one that's creating it. All right, like these people, man, and this is a major reason why the Lord is going to destroy all of you people, man, because your mind is so warped on what God is, who God is, and what God is not. You're completely fucking gone, man. The Lord didn't give anything to you. All right, you are the natural man, which cannot receive the things of the Most High. And this is just an ignorant comment right here, because again, the Lord speaks about the nukes in the scriptures, but we understand that it's encoded in dark sayings and parables that the average person would never understand or get. So that's all I'm gonna read right there, man. I don't want to destroy any brain cells from reading these comments, man. These people are extremely ignorant. So let's go straight to the scripts. All right, like I said, we're in Revelations. I'm gonna just read on down. We're gonna start at Revelations 9 and 16. All right, because John, again, these are the revelations that John the Revelator have saw. So John the Revelator, he heard the number of them. So let's read it. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. How about that? So he heard the number of them in Joel, right? He actually saw them. So he saw what John heard, all right, which is those missiles, and he was describing that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. You could read that chapter as well. All right, so let's continue on. I should have started with 12 first, but it's okay. So Revelations 9 and 12, one woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. All right, so we understand World War I, World War II, all right, and we are currently in World War III. The scriptures just told you that, man. There's, how can you interpret this any other way? All right, the Lord said it, man. Okay, also Revelations, I think it's 11 and 14, pretty much says the same thing. It's just worded a little differently. All right, so we are in that third woe. Okay, so Revelations 16 verse 9, and men were scourged with great heat. So ultimately, when those missiles hit, you're going to be scourged with great heat, right? And blaspheming the name of the Most High, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. So let's look up this scourged. The Lord said, man, we're scourged with great heat, man. And you remember, man, this summer, man, was kind of like that, man. This summer was hot, man. Extremely hot all over the earth. To burn superficially or slightly, but so as to change the color or injure the texture. That scourge. Let's see. Check this out. To strip off the skin. So when you go to Zechariah 14 and 12, all right, let's go to it real quick. Make sure I got it right. I know I've been quoting some scriptures, but I didn't want to make the video too long. You could just look them up, but I am going to look up this. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. All right. So again, it says to strip off the skin, and that's exactly what a nuclear blast is going to do. It's going to strip your skin right off. Ultimately, it's going to destroy you completely, because like it says in the book of Peter, the Lord says he's bringing that fervent heat, man, that's going to melt the elements. See, an atomic bomb, if you're far away from it enough, it'll pretty much do to you like that scene in the book of Eli, when he was looking inside that car and you seen the skeleton. Obviously a nuke went off, but more like an atomic bomb, because that's what an atomic bomb would do. It would leave the steel structures and the skeletal remains of a person. All right, but a nuclear missile, man, okay, will pretty much destroy everything. You know, it will evaporate you. All right, there's not gonna be any steel structures or car frames left here in America. The Lord is destroying everything. Everything is going to melt. All right. Let's see. Was there any more on that? Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. But again, going back to the title, Doomsday Nuclear Clock 2024 gets reset as weapons fears rise. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakodasa. Next video, Shalom.